Hey, check out the old emoji for a salad. And now check out the new salad emoji. So can you possibly guess why the egg is now ingredient non grata? Well, I'll explain all, even though you're probably not going to believe it. Okay then, welcome to this week's edition of What's Triggering the Social Justice Warriors. And the current trigger would be an ingredient in the salad emoji. Yeah, you see, until this month, that oh-so-healthy salad illustration featured an egg. Uh-oh, an egg, you say? But what about the vegans? They don't eat eggs, you see, and what most of us see as a prime ingredient for a Denny's lumberjack slam makes for a vegan trigger for those folks. So it is that the gatekeepers of emojis have eradicated the egg from the salad, making an already boring menu item all the more boring. Jennifer Daniel, who is employed at Google as a user experience manager, whatever the hell that means, announced the change on Twitter recently. Daniel tweeted that there's been, quote, big talk about inclusion and diversity at Google, end quote. And she cited the redesigned emoji as proof in the pudding, which is a metaphor I really shouldn't have used given all the egg yolks that are needed for pudding. But how odd that Daniel talks about inclusion by embracing exclusion. After all, according to the Vegetarian Times, only 0.5% of Americans are vegans, meaning that 99.5% of Americans have no issue with eggs. In fact, even when it comes to the vegan population, how many of those carrot crusaders would seriously be offended by an illustration that included an egg? I mean, they can't all be nuts. Are vegans allowed to eat nuts, by the way? Then again, it seems to me that veganism and radicalism go together like ham and cheese. Oh, damn it, I did it again. Case in point, back in April, we covered the vegan protests of Toronto's Antler restaurant. You see, Antler has the temerity to serve meat, so naturally the vegans want to put this place out of business. I can tell you many a Mensa Club member was met outside Antler that evening, but the one who took the cake, cake, again with the eggs, was the vegan version of Little Red Riding Hood. Check out her comments.
We were designed to eat plants.
Humans were designed to eat plants? We're not omnivorous by nature?
And absolutely not. Because we don't, first of all, I don't see you have sharp teeth like all the animals who eat meat, right? If you were a meat eater, you would chase the squirrel without any tools, and just using your bare hands and your teeth, you would eat it.
Good golly, where does one even begin? For starters, humans are most definitely omnivorous. In fact, we have 4 canine teeth, which are especially adroit at tearing meat. But biology aside, I would not be chasing a squirrel in order to make it a meal under any circumstance. You see, the amount of energy needed to run after a rodent would make such an endeavor a fool's errand, given there's almost a 100% probability that the squirrel would evade my grasping hands. And even if I caught the damn thing, there's precious little meat on a squirrel. All of which is to say, this is why yours truly would be going after slower and bigger game, or I'd simply choose to eat at the fabulous Antler restaurant, assuming I could get a reservation there, which these days is almost as hard as catching a squirrel, thanks to the Hogtown meat-eating community giving the vegan community the middle finger. But back to that emoji redo. If anything, we now know that a critical mass of 0.5% of the population makes for enough of a lunatic tail to wag the collective dog, at least according to the tall foreheads at Google. But thank goodness those social media folks aren't making really important decisions regarding, I don't know, freedom of speech issues. Strike that from the record. I think I was having a vegan moment there. Must be the lack of vitamin B12. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a brand new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.